Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning into the Maui Yoga Homies YouTube channel. I'm Tommye. Welcome to the Gentle Chair Yoga practice. Today's practice is about 20 minutes. We'll start off with a little bit of meditative breathing just to kind of calm ourselves down. And then we'll move into some gentle movements that are designed to warm up and stretch the muscles and joints of the body. So grab your chair and let's discover a healthier you. Today, all you'll need is a chair. As I turn my chair forward, let's begin. All right, so you're sitting here with your feet about hips width apart. Your feet are right under the knees right there. And our shoulders are over the hips. So we're gonna have to use a little bit of our core muscles to hold us in what we want to have as perfect of a posture as we can. And let the shoulders kind of drop down. And we'll start today's class with a few, I like to call them gratitude breaths, where we breathe just a little bit deeper than we do throughout our regular day. Where we will kind of fill the lungs up and enjoy some nice, slow exhales. You can soften your gaze or close the eyes. Maybe notice the rise and fall of the chest as we breathe in. Maybe notice the temperature of the air as it hits the tips of the nose. Feel the air as it brushes against the back of the throat. And then one more last deep breath here. Good. Slowly break those eyes open. And that's kind of us turning the page on our busy day or whatever activity we were having before we started this practice and coming into the yoga practice. Very good. All right, we're going to start out with what I call a little bit of technique work. If you have a phone and you tilt the head forward to look at your phone, and sometimes our neck muscles get a little more work than maybe they were intended to in the beginning. So we're going to do a little bit of neck work here. So we'll bring the chin down towards the chest. And then we'll take just a slow little tilt to the right. And then back down, chin to chest. And a little tilt over to the left. Keep your movements soft. It's like a little bit of exploration here as we find our range of motion and as we move through these different postures. So we're not looking for ultimate stretches. We're just looking to stretch the muscles and to add movement and to breathe a little bit deeper than we do normally. So again, back down, chin to chest, and over to the right ear, and then back down, chin to chest, and over to the left ear. And this will be the last one. Back down, chin to chest, over to the right, and the last one over to the left. Back down, chin to chest, and over to the left. All right, we come back down, chin to chest, and then we float the head back so that our ears are over our shoulders. All right, so we carry a lot of tension in there, in the neck area, and in the trapeze. So let's give ourselves a couple of shoulder rolls, right? Shoulder rolls backwards. The hands can be on your lap, or if it feels better to have your hands alongside, all right? And then we'll do a few shoulder rolls forward. You might even feel some of the tension coming out of the trapeze area. Just roll these shoulders. So arms hanging down, arms sitting right on your lap, whatever feels right for you today. Good. This will be the last one. All right. So we're going to move next to what I call a kind of a seated cat-cow. I'm going to turn to the side, but you stay right where you are because I just want to give you kind of a side view of what this posture looks like. So what we'll do is that we'll bring the chest forward, lift the chin, shoulders back. That flexes the spine. And then we'll rock back and let the shoulders come forward and the chin come down, and that'll stretch the spine. Okay, so a little bit of back and forth there. All right. So here, and away we go. Let's rock forward, shoulders back, lift the chin, any amount. Let's rock back, let the shoulders come forward, tuck the chin. And then rock forward, shoulders back, lift the chin. And rock back, shoulders forward, and we drop the chin. Just a couple more. We rock back, forward, shoulders back, lift the chin. And then we rock back, shoulders forward, drop the chin. Last one, forward, lift the chin, chest comes forward, rock back, shoulders forward, drop the chin. Good. Let's release that and come back to an equal sitting pose. Okay. Shoulders are over the hips. I want to introduce you to something called mini twists. And so it's a small movement. So this would be considered a deep twist, right? Turning all the way to one side or the other. And we'll get there, but not just yet. What we're going to do next, we're going to do mini twists. So we put our thumbs on our shoulders, and we do just like little half twists. Just create some motion right here. Shoulders are still over the hips. And what this does is it kind of warms up the muscles along the spine, all right? So don't go deep. Keep your movement soft. Just a little bit of movement. And a deeper breath. Very good. And then this will be the last one. And we'll stop there. Hands back on the lap. Okay, I'm sitting in the center of my seat pad, and we're going to take a side stretch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to hold on to my left thigh. Now, some of you with longer arms, you might be able to grab the side of the chair for support, but I'm grabbing onto my leg. I'm going to raise my other arm up and over, and I'm going to give a little lean over to the side, just enough to feel the stretch in the side body, in the rib cage, maybe in the underarm. So wherever you come over, whether it's this far or whether it's further, all right, wherever you are in yoga is where you're supposed to be. Right? Let's take another deep breath here. And slowly come back to center. And then we'll prepare to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to take my left hand to my right knee. And then I'm going to raise my other arm up, my right arm up and over. Transfer a little bit of weight over to the left side, left sit bone. Reach that arm up, feel the stretch there in the side body, in the shoulder. One more deep breath here. And then slowly begin to release that. Bring everything back to an equal seated position. All right. So we're going to get a little bit of tension out of the shoulders next, as that's going to be the next posture we're going to move to. So we're going to bring these knees out much wider, and the toes are going to point kind of out to the side. So whatever the corner of your chair is kind of where the line that you're trying to set up here. Okay. Hands on the lap. So all we're going to do is I'm going to drop the left shoulder, let the left shoulder come up towards my left ear. I kind of push my left hand into my thigh, feel the side body stretch, and then come back up. And then the other side, I'm going to bring the right shoulder forward. The right shoulder's up towards my ear. I'm pressing my right hand into my right knee. And again, it doesn't have to be a hard movement, just a little bit of movement, right? A little bit of back and forth. Very good. Any amount. You don't have to go as low as I go. All right. Accept whatever it is that the body's allowing you to do today. Good. Let's slowly begin to release that. And then we'll bring our feet back together so that the feet are about hips width apart. And we're going to do kind of a seated salute here. So we're going to drop the arms down. And on the inhale, we're going to raise the arms up towards the ceiling. Good. And on the exhale, we're going to bring the arms down. We're going to fold forward, bring our belly down towards our thighs. And then look up. And then drop the head down. And now push your feet into the floor, tighten your stomach, and raise the arms to the sky. And then hands back down by your side. And we're going to do one more like that. Inhale, arms up, any amount. Exhale, we'll fold it forward, bring the chest down towards the thighs. Then look up. Then drop the head. Press the feet into the floor. Tighten your stomach. Raise the arms to the sky. Last one. And then hands back down by your side. Good. Hands on your lap. Shoulder roll it back and forth a couple of times. And then drop those shoulders down. Very good. We're about halfway home here, so hang in there. A few more movements for you. Let's think about our feet right now. So what we're going to do first is that we're going to lift the toes off the mat, or the balls of the feet as well. You feel the front muscles of the lower leg contract, and then toes back down. Lift the heels up. Now you feel the calves contract. And then heels down, and then toes up, and then toes down, and then heels up. And then heels down, and then toes up, and then toes down, and then heels up. Last one, heels down, toes up, toes down, heel up, and then relax. Very good. All right, let's go to a leg extension here, and we'll do some foot flexes. So we're going to extend our leg out any amount, point the toe forward, and then flex the foot back. And then point the toe forward, and then flex the foot back. And then point the toe forward, flex the foot back, and then point the toe forward, and then flex the foot back. Good. Now rest that side. Come back to that equal sitting position. And do the same thing other side. Extend the leg out, point the toe forward, and then flex the foot back, and then point the toe forward, and then flex the foot back. Point the toe forward, flex the foot back, and then point the toe forward, and then flex the foot back. And then release that. And then we go right back to the equal sitting position. So now what we're going to do is get an opportunity to stretch the back of the leg a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll extend out the left leg. Now I'm going to come a little closer to the front part of my chair. I guess maybe the front third of it. And I'm going to extend my left leg out. And with my hand, my left arm on my left leg, I can use that as a brake. So as I fold forward any amount, I have my arm here for support. You might start to feel a stretch here anywhere from in the hip or in the low back or hamstring will feel a stretch there as well. We'll drop the head. We'll take a few deep breaths here. Fill those lungs up. Just a couple more. And then the last one for this side. Good. Slowly begin to come out. And then the other side. All right, we'll extend the other leg out. Right hand on the right leg for support. Begin to fold forward any amount. Find your range of motion, whatever it is. And then we'll breathe here. Deep breath for 2. Deep breath for 3. And then the last one. Very good. Slowly begin to come out. Get back to our equal sitting position. And then I'm sitting right in the middle of the chair. And so this time what we'll do is we're going to bring let's bring the right leg into the chest, any amount. Just give a little hug. And then let's do some ankle swirls. Let's swirl the ankle inward. and then swirl the ankle out. Very good. We'll release that. And then we'll go to the other side. Hug that knee in. Ankle swirls inward. Ankle swirls outward. Very good. And then release that. All right. So we're back to that equal sitting position with our feet under our knees and our feet are hips width apart. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee, any amount. Now, for some of us, depending upon how tight we are in the hip area, and depending upon our knee, some of us might be sitting where the knee is pointing, way up, right? And this is enough of a stretch for you that you can sit right here and just breathe and try to relax in this position. For those of us that their knee goes a little bit more out to the side, what we'll do is we'll flex the foot back towards the shin, right? If this is enough of a stretch, you'll stay here and do your deep breathing here. But if you can come forward any amount, right? And here I want you to pay attention how your knee feels, right? If there's pressure in the knee, back off the posture, all right? Or maybe release it, okay? So come forward any amount. So whether you're sitting straight up and letting and breathing and feeling the stretch this way, or you bring the chest forward, either one is fine. Find your range of motion, whatever range you have today, and just be fine with that. Let's take a few breaths. Two more. Last one. Good. Slowly begin to come out. We'll uncross the leg. And then we'll go to the other side. We'll cross left ankle over right knee this time. And it's two different sides. So, I mean, one side can be tighter than the other, just like one hamstring can be tighter than the other hamstring. Sometimes it depends upon what our activity is or just how the body feels today. So again, if this is enough for you and you sit right here and breathe, then that's absolutely fine. If you can bring the chest towards the shin, any amount, full forward, find your range on the stretch, back off a little bit, and we'll take a few breaths here. Good. Fill those lungs. And then the last one. Good. Slowly begin to come out. All right. We'll uncross the leg. Come back to our equal sitting position. And we'll finish up with a seated twist. So on this one, what we'll do is that we'll cross the right ankle over, the right leg over the left. And I'm sitting about in the middle of my chair seat. And I'm going to take my left hand to my right thigh and knee. And my right hand is going to be on the chair. And I'm going to just turn to the right, any amount, just find your range of motion. Turn your chin towards the right shoulder. Take a couple of breaths here. One more. Good. Slowly begin to come out. And cross the legs. And then we'll go to the other side, cross the left leg over the right. Take my right hand to my left leg. My left hand is holding on to the side of the chair. And slowly turn to the left. Find your range of motion on the turn. Turn your chin towards the left shoulder. And a few breaths here. Last one. Very good. Slowly release that. Bring everything back to center. We'll uncross the leg. Back to the equal sitting position. We have one last move. Drop the hands down. One last salute. Inhale, raise the arms to the sky. Look up, reach. Exhale, we'll fold forward. Bring the chest down towards the thighs. Any amount. Look up. Drop the head. Press the feet into the floor. Raise the arms to the sky one last time. And then hands back down by your side. Very good. Hands back on the lap. All right. We're going to sit here and enjoy just a couple minutes of stillness and silence. So you can scoot back to the back of the chair, right? Relax the shoulders. Hands are right here on your lap. Just like we started the class, you can soften the gaze, you can close the eyes. You just take a few breaths here, just noticing the work that we've done. Just breathe in gratitude. We'll take about 4 breaths here. Nice, slow, and deep. Breathe on your own. Two more breaths. And then the last one. Very good. Blink those eyes open. I want to thank you for your presence today. Thank you for the energy that you put into the practice. My hands to heart. My spirit bows to all of yours. Namaste.